Hello, you amazing friends. This is your pal, Edwards here speaking, and it's happened. It's taken me a few years, it's taken me a bit of time, but I'm just so honored to sit here on my bed during one of the biggest lockdowns we've ever had in Australia and let alone the whole world and say to you, you're awesome and thank you. I've probably had a few people unfollow me in the past few minutes doing my like, but as I just checked my phone before, I just hit 100,000 personal followers on LinkedIn. Now, for some of you watching, you'll turn around and say, Ed, I hit that long ago. Where have you been? And for some of you, you'll be, I can't wait to hear it. So I just want to say a big thank you to you. I'm honored. It's such a cool, honorable pleasure making it this far. And I never thought I did, actually. I mean, deep down, I thought I would, but I never actually thought I would make it that far. I just want to say, if you just come into this stream, just want to say a big thank you and welcome. And if you're watching the recording as well, thank you for watching my recordings. I appreciate it. So I will be sharing the recording this one. So as I say, big thank you. Thank you for supporting me all over these years. And Alexander Kittle, you are always on the money. And thank you. Fiona Brown, bless your amazing hearts. Originally, actually, this is in a pre-lockdown world. And it sounds funny now I say this in a heavy lockdown. I was originally actually thinking of having a meetup. Like, as basically we all just meet up in Darling Harbour and just drink alcohol and commit sin and debauchery. But again, lockdown ended that plan. So you've got me over StreamYard and Live telling you that you're awesome and thank you. Now, I just want to say, regardless of where you are in your influencer journey, be it you've got more followers or less followers than me, I actually don't care. What I care about is you make maximum impact. I just got a few things to celebrate with. And what I encourage you as well, this isn't about me. This is about you as well. I encourage you to share with me, what are you doing in your life that you want to celebrate about? Because we're all going to celebrate together. So grab a glass of wine, grab a glass of coffee. Yeah, this live is in honor of me, which is fine. But you know me, I don't like stuff that's necessarily about me. I want to deflect it back to you, winners, because you know I love you. I know you care for it. So big thank you for coming. Now, just to let you know, I've got two things I want to share with you. Firstly, I've got a black cup of coffee, which I haven't touched yet. This will be my victory cup of coffee as I declare victory. And this here, you will notice, is no ordinary cookie. Yes, it comes from Woolworths. Yes, it's a very middle-class, middle-road cookie. But this is no ordinary cookie. This is the cookie of victory. And when I say taste this cookie, I will not only savor gratitude, but I'll savor victory because you're awesome and maximum love. So that's one of the biggest things I want to say to you, incredible people. And firstly as well, I just want to say a big thank you to Lassie. Big thank you to Lassie. Lassie's been absolutely amazing. It was actually her idea to do this live, so maximum love to Lassie. And you know what? Maximum love to you, because if you're watching this live, you're obviously one of my followers at some level, and I just want to say thank you, because at the end of the day, I couldn't have done it without you, and it's been a very life-changing experience for me. Now, one thing I want to reflect on, actually, as I sit here on this most auspicious occasion with you beautiful winners, is this is, as you know, I used to be a homeless veteran. It was actually, on and off about a year or so. I, lived as a homeless veteran. And it's funny having this journey come, I suppose, to this point. And Fiona Brown has a G and T in hand. And for those around the world, G and T means gin and tonic and power to you. So I've got a cup of coffee. Please start drinking. Even though I haven't my coffee's really hot, by the way. So even though I haven't started drinking my coffee yet, please take your time. And Alexander Kittle, no, chocolate's good. I'm not actually, I wouldn't mind a whiskey. If I was out and about in Darling Harbour, I'd be trashed on whiskey now. Yes, I had a bit of a drinking problem pre-lockdown, but lockdown solved my drinking problem. Well, it's a whiskey problem. I wouldn't call it a drinking problem, I'd call it a whiskey problem. But hot chocolates are great, Alexander Kittle. And Richard Rule's on the line. Richard Rule, maximum love to you and a big thank you. And cheers to you, Fiona Brown. Please have a swig of your delightful beverage, because that's what it's about. So in short, for me, it's been a interesting path of, I would say, redemption over the past 10 years. Let me think. So I'm 40. No, let me get my years right. So I'm 43, and it's about 12 years ago. I was a homeless veteran. About 12 years ago. 12 years, maybe 11, 12 years ago. I could be out. I'm getting my years right. And it's been interesting. It's been interesting, that whole transition of being a homeless guy to becoming a top global international influencer. And I want to share with you some of the things that I've learned that journey, that which I know will help you. Some of you already know this and some of you won't, but I just want to tell you some of the things that I've learned. And we've got Jerome Calva online. Thank you for being one of my supporters. Jerome says, congratulations, Edward. Since you asked, Catharsis is my celebration. What is catharsis actually? Pardon my lack of literacy, which is good. And Alexander Kittle says Irish coffee, and I think from memory, an Irish coffee, is that a whiskey with coffee in it? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, what you do is, I think I understand what it is. You get I think it's you get a cup of coffee, you add whiskey to it and a bit of cream. Is that correct, Alexander Kittle? I'm not sure if it is, but let me know if I've got the right interpretation. But I think it's a coffee, add a bit of whiskey, and you got to add a bit of like fresh cream to it. I think that's it, but I could be wrong. So I apologize to those connoisseurs. So thank you for helping me get there. I appreciate you. And it's just such an honorable pleasure. It's been an interesting journey over the years of how I've done it. Yeah, so apparently I was within the realm of correctness. So Irish whiskey is coffee, plus you add obviously the whiskey because there's whiskey in it. And then I understand you add a dash of fresh cream. That is my understanding on a proper Irish whiskey. Tia Veach, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what's funny about this actually? As much as I trash Facebook, and I do trash Facebook a lot, lives work better through Facebook than I do LinkedIn. As much as I love LinkedIn, LinkedIn needs to do something about their live technology. I love LinkedIn, but LinkedIn needs to do a better job of their live technology. So, yeah, look, it's been an interesting journey. Here are the 3 things that I've learned over the years that I want to share with you. Some of you already know it, and some of you will be, that's gold. I want to know that. So I'll tell you what I've learned. Number 1 is, and I've already given this one up at the start, is an attitude of gratitude. I used to be a bit of I was thinking about this actually before. I think I used to be a bit of a narcissist. Like, I've always been a good guy. I've always helped out people, but I think a lot of my focus was always on me. Just, I wasn't a huge narcissist, but I was a little bit of a narcissist. I'll say that. And I don't like that. And I say that with absolute shame. And one of the biggest things that I've learned in that journey, my legendary friends, is that an attitude of gratitude, you succeed when you help other people succeed. So that's point 1. So that's why I'm here to thank you. I'm not thanking you as a tactic to get you to watch me. I'm thanking you because I mean it. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So an attitude of gratitude is point 1. The second point is, and it's funny, actually got a good one. Fiona Brown made a good point. I did my first LinkedIn live from the beach yesterday. Oh, wow. I think I did see that, Fiona, actually. Yeah. Not sure, Orlando. Yeah, I think as much as I love LinkedIn, I think Facebook has nailed their live technology, but LinkedIn needs to do a better job. And, I love LinkedIn. I don't like Facebook, and I love LinkedIn, but you got to be intellectually honest. I think LinkedIn needs to lift the game on their live technology. But you know what? They're going to get there. Microsoft doesn't, who owns LinkedIn, Microsoft doesn't always get there in time. Microsoft, I'm trying to say, Microsoft who own LinkedIn, what I found is they take forever to get there, but they do finally get there. So I'm confident that. And Lassie, thank you. Lassie actually jumped through LinkedIn. Well deserved. You've been working so hard towards this. And thank you, Lassie. In fact, I think Lassie is 78,000 followers on LinkedIn. And power to you, Lassie. In fact, I'm hoping, I reckon by the end of the year, we can get Lassie to 100K or nearabouts. If we miss that target, we can get it early next year. But get Lassie to 100K as soon as possible. So that's my biggest thing. So that's my first lesson, is an attitude of gratitude. That's lesson 1. The second lesson I want to share with you legendary winners is, and this is very important, very, very important, second lesson, is that you need to, my winning friends, always consistently post. And this is something which I've been criticized on, no, not by you watching, but I've had people criticize me on this one, but I was proven correct, right? So over the years, and I did this heavily on Facebook before I got into LinkedIn as well, right? And thank you, Elizabeth Houghton line. Oh, the amazing Elizabeth Houghton. Elizabeth Houghton says, congratulations, you're building such a wonderfully powerful and supportive community. Thank you, Elizabeth. And again, I couldn't do it without Liz, just for the sake of the audience. Elizabeth Houghton is one of our meetup leaders. She runs the Central Coast New South Wales sector. Do an amazing job. And again, and I want to, not deflecting away from me, but I also want to aim it towards Lassie as well. Lassie's been a huge absolute weapon there. So just so I want to let you know, I want you to grab a glass right now. And even if you're watching the recording, even if you're live, and it's not about celebrating my achievement. It's about us celebrating all our achievements together. So this is not just to me hitting 100K followers on LinkedIn. This is also a celebration to whatever you're achieving, whatever you achieved in your life. And if you don't feel like you've achieved anything, celebrate anyway, because this will help you get your mindset there. So hold up your glass, hold it up right now, hold it up and get ready. And we're going to have a simultaneous sip, in the words of Scott Adams. So get ready, and celebrate life and celebrate achievements. So, Sal, to get to go. Mm. Oh, wasn't that good? Didn't you feel that? I could feel that. Now, be it, even if you're watching the recording of this, I'll still feel it. So, a lot of you will be seeing this recording in the future. But isn't that amazing? So, oh, thank you. And Lassie's all over it. Lassie's commented on LinkedIn and also Facebook. It was actually proud of Lassie. It was Lassie's idea to do a StreamYard live as well and have it streamed to all platforms. In fact, Lassie and I are actually, I'm actually pretty much got Lassie there. Lassie and I are going to start doing some StreamYarding. So a lot of you have said, Ed, I want to see Lassie on camera. And Lassie said, no, no, no. But now we've got LinkedIn Live technology, and Lassie's becoming quite a big shot. Power to you, Lassie. Lassie's icy cold heart has warmed up with LinkedIn Love. So stay tuned for that one. We're planning on something on there. So power to you, Lassie. So, first lesson. So first lesson, attitude of gratitude. Second lesson is be consistent. Now, a lot of people used to make fun of me for posting all the time. No one's making fun of me anymore. And if I look back on the past decade, not probably past 6-7 years more honestly, but the consistent posting has been critical. Okay, so that where I was correct as well. Consistent posting, all right? Even when I feel like it. So you got to post consistently. And that brings me to the third point. The third point is support other people. So quite often before I do a post on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or whatever, I actually like sharing comment on a stack of other people. And quite often, I actually spend more time supporting other people's content. It actually takes me longer to support other people's content than it does to do my own post. And I can say this now, I've got the credibility to say it. Every second I've spent on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram supporting other people's posts, turns out I was correct. And I couldn't agree with it more. So it's interesting. And again, I know if you're watching this, you aren't in this club. I'm saying this not aimed at anyone listening or watching, because if you're one of my critics, basically you wouldn't listen to me for this long. So thank you and love your work. Fiona, I love your support. You're awesome, Fiona. And by the way, get a piece of food ready. I haven't eaten my victory cookie yet, so we're going to come back to Ed's victory cookie in a minute. So grab a bit of chocolate, a bit of junk food. I don't want the celery stick, carrot, crystal loving. I want sugar. I want sugar and carbs. So grab something horribly unhealthy. I give you permission. And if you're like, get stuff that I'm not going to eat unhealthy, all right, grab a celery stick, but at least have an M&M or something with it, right? Just kidding. Yeah, I love you guys. So the third point, this brings me to the third point, which is all very important, is giving back to other people. And that's one thing that I know that Lassie and I have done incredibly well. So for example, Ed, how do you do that? Run free events every week. I've been doing that consistently for years. Obviously transitioned from face-to-face to online with what's happened in the world. The other things that we've done incredibly well, Lassie threw in a balloon, which landed behind me. Thank you, Lassie, which is really good. So we've got a balloon behind us now. So Lassie blew up a balloon. This is come on. Oh, it's sitting on my bed, by the way. Where is it? Look at that, huh? We have a balloon. I like how it distorts your voice. So there we go, balloon. I'm going to leave it here. So can I put it behind me? There we go. Got a balloon there. Anyway, giving back to other people. So, for example, I've done free meetups and events for years, doing them now. Other ways I give back to people, in case you're wondering, my beautiful friends, the other ways I do it is liking, sharing, and commenting on other people's posts. So before I stick a post up on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram, whatever platform, albeit I'm a LinkedIn guy, what's the first thing that I do? Like, sharing, comment, support other people. And what it does is that sets the stage to give you that reciprocity. So I just want to say, have another sip of your victory drink. Salute to you. Cheers. Bravo to you, beautiful winners. Have a good. I can't remember. I come from a Persian background, even though I'm proud Persian Australian. I can't remember. My Persian is just shocking. I can't even remember how to say cheers in Persian. So there you go. I'm a traitor to my own race. Hence, I call myself an Australian. So cheers, it is in Australia. So as part of the victory celebration, I also want you to take your bit of decadent food, your bit of high sugar, high fat, low protein food. It can be potato chips, it can be M&Ms. If you're a vegan, I don't know, just put some honey on a piece of bread or something. Grab something with sugar in it, right? If you got diabetes, I'm really, really sorry. Oh, grab your sugar-free chocolate. There you go. So grab it. And we together are going to celebrate not just my achievement, and I thank you for that, but we are going to celebrate the essence of life together in this bite together. So, you ready? I'm sitting on my bed, so I don't want to get crumbs on it, because I'm the poor guy who cleans it. And I got to wash the sheets right away. So I got my plate, so I don't get crumbs on the bed. You can see here as such. So grab your decadent dessert or sweet or whatever it is, and let's bite together and celebrate winning and celebrating life. Mmm. Mmm. Oh. Mmm. 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 It's not very soft, but deep, delicious flavor. Real chunks of chocolate. See that? Mmm. Mmm. You know what? The biscuit is a bit old, by the way. It's been there for a few weeks. Could be moister, but you know what? It was delicious. You know why it's delicious? Because I got to eat this cookie with you. So I just want to say a big thank you. Thank you to you. Thank you for your support. If you're watching the recording, please consider this an interesting point in my history. Smash that like, share, and comment. If you watch it live, you are amazing watching it live. So I just want to say thank you. I just want to wish you all a wonderful evening. I'm going to do a few posts on this topic a bit later. I just want to say bless your hearts and love your work. You stay awesome. You keep winning. And all I can say is thank you from the bottom of my heart, from me to awesome you. I just want you to never forget that. Why are you so awesome? I want to close on that question. Think about it. Why are you so awesome?